It's all the above, best believe we do it better. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Angel Marie, and I'm sitting here with my co-host Kevin. And this week we have a very special edition to give to you guys today because it is the first week of June, which means we are quickly approaching summertime. So our segment today is an ode to summertime, but Philly edition, because we're based in Philly. Duh.
Philly, baby.
So number one, the biggest thing in Philly I feel like everyone usually looks forward to is Spruce Street Harbor Park. There's a lot of things that you can look forward to. They have hammocks, they have the beer garden, there's the Ferris wheel that they have on the other side of the pier. A lot of food trucks. They have regular drinks as well, cocktails and all that, drinks for the kids, like non-alcoholic beverages. They have swing sets. There's even the little boat rides where they have the swan boats for people who want to do like a quick little family situation on the water.
Yeah. Now, I've only actually been there one time, but what has it been open like maybe 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
But no, it was real nice, and it was crazy because the first time we went there, we really enjoyed it, and we said, we definitely have to come back here. And then just being busy and we do other things, we haven't made our way back. So when the whole quarantine is over, hopefully before the end of the summer, that is going to be one of the first places we hit.
Yes, and it's super dope because they have fake sand there too, so it feels like you're down the shore. And number two, we have Penn's Landing, which is pretty much connected to Spruce Street Harbor Park a little bit. All you have to do is walk like 3 minutes and then you're there. But Penn's Landing is super dope as well because it has a skating rink during the summertime. In the wintertime, there's an ice skating rink out there. They have good music out there with their speakers. The Ferris wheel, I already mentioned that for Spruce Street, but it's actually at Penn's Landing.
Right.
There's arcade games there. They even have little festival games on the side where you can win prizes, you know, like the throw the pin at the balloon kind of situation.
Yeah. Penn's Landing is one of those places you could just go on a regular day without, you know, checking to see what's going on, and there's usually always something going on. I think last time I was there, we were just walking around. We went to a restaurant on South Street and then just decided to walk down to Penn's Landing, and there was a concert going on.
Yeah.
It's a really good place to just go. If you're in Philly, definitely visit Penn's Landing in the summertime. You never know who will be performing there. They get a lot of big artists, not necessarily top mainstream artists, but people that you're very familiar with, maybe throwback acts. So definitely check out Penn's Landing.
That's a good thing. I forgot to mention that. There's different concerts. Even during the month of August and September, they have cultural festivals. So they have the Spanish festival, the Asian American festival. There's a lot of different things that they have there. They also have movie screenings at nighttime, and then they also have different movie screenings for kids as well. So if you want to take your family out there, it's a good little nightly recap.
Philly's got some culture, man.
Yes. So the third thing in Philly is the Festival Pier. It's sort of on that same block as Penn's Landing and Spruce Street Harbor Park. So that whole row down Columbus Boulevard, Delaware Ave has a lot going on. Festival Pier has the fake sand, where it also feels like you're going to a concert at the beach. It's super popular for music venues and festivals. One of the biggest things that happen at Festival Pier every year, except unfortunately not this year, is the Roots Picnic. Everyone usually looks forward to that, where obviously Questlove, Black Thought, everyone from Roots are based in Philly. Well, they're from Philly, so they always host their Roots Picnic at Festival Pier every year.
Wow, you really like the fake sand, don't you?
I don't really like the fake sand, but they have it all the time.
Okay, no, you mentioned this. So
I just feel
know
like
you enjoy the beach and stuff like that. So I didn't know if like the fake sand
it.
is like a little way to feel the mini beach vibes or whatever. But
yeah, and it's right on the waterfront, so I feel like it adds that aesthetic.
And that is real disappointing too, that the Roots Picnic will not take place this year. we are really missing out on a lot because of coronavirus. Obviously, the whole issue of people from losing jobs and the people's health and all that takes precedent over all that. But it's kind of sad. As we were going through this list, I'm already thinking of all the things that we usually look forward to in Philly each summer that we're gonna have to wait until next year. Hopefully next year.
That's why we have to call it an ode to summertime, because we miss you.
Man.
And next, our fourth category is Phillies games, which I'm repping today with our Phillies jersey. Gotta represent for the 215. You want to talk about Phillies games?
Yeah. Oh man, the stadium's been open probably like maybe 12, 15 years now, but it's still one of the best stadiums in all of Major League Baseball. It's got some of the best food. I've been to a lot of baseball parks around the country, and the Phillies is right up there. Some of the best food. I used to go to about maybe 8 or 10 games a year, especially when the Phillies were in their run of making the World Series and the playoffs. So I still go every now and then for maybe 2-3 games each summer. But one of the best parks you can go to, and it's a hangout spot too. They've got right in center field an area where you can just hang out, have drinks, have food. So you're not even confined to your seat. So definitely, if you're a baseball fan, even if you're not a baseball fan, you have to go to the Philly Stadium. Citizens Bank Park.
Yes, there we go. Staple part of Philly. And next for our fifth category, we have the Kelly Drive and the Wissahickon Trail, which are super popular in the summertime in Philly. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I love this because this is something that me, my wife, and my daughters, we do actually just last weekend. The benefit of having these nice parks in Philly and these trails is even with coronavirus going on, you can still actually get out and enjoy the areas. People are there, but you have enough space, plenty of space to practice social distancing. But we do the Art Museum, Kelly Drive Trail, and then most times, because it's closer to us, we go to the Wissahickon Lincoln Drive Trail, which is a little more secluded. They've got like mountain biking trails. You can really hike. So I'd say if you are looking for just a nice walk, nice weather, nice scene and views, go to the Kelly Drive portion of the walk. But if you want to go in the woods, maybe see some chipmunks and squirrels or a deer or something like that, and you want to walk through more of a nature environment and hike, definitely do the Lincoln Drive portion of the trail. But I don't know if you know this, that trail is a bike trail. It starts at the Art Museum. It runs all the way to Valley Forge.
Really?
You can ride your bike on a singular trail from the Art Museum all the way to Valley Forge. A lot of people do that.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, probably. No, seriously, that's one of the things we want to do at the Lincoln Drive Trail is we want to start riding our bikes. So the girls have bikes. Just me and Teacher gotta buy bikes.
They're working on it.
So we're doing that. End of the summer, when things open up, we'll definitely do it.
We'll check
I'll keep you posted on that. No, you have my word. We'll keep you posted on that. We already promised the girls.
Sounds good.
Yep.
So next we have Morgan's Pier and CAVANAUGH'S River Deck. Those are two super dope locations for outdoor parties, outdoor kickback kind of situations that you guys want. If you want to look at the waterfront, because they both overlook Delaware. What's that? Schuylkill River?
Yeah, Schuylkill.
Delaware River, something.
Oh no. Well, if it's over by the Ben Franklin Bridge, that is the Delaware River.
Delaware River. I see, that was right.
Schuylkill's on the other side.
Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, Schuylkill is over by 76. Ha! See, I know. So if you guys want good cocktails, nice view, I say Morgan's Pier has a lot more of a deck kind of vibe, but if you want a little bit of soca, Caribbean vibes, a little more culture, CAVANAUGH'S River Deck is the place to go. They both have super good DJs, I feel like. I've been to both and I like them, but I feel like CAVANAUGH'S on Sundays is probably the best nights to go because that's when they have their Caribbean nights.
Man. Shame on me, I've never been there.
Yeah.
As soon as they open back up.
So number 7, we have Center City Sips. This is probably like the Super Bowl of Philly summers, I feel like, that a lot of millennials look forward to because it's not really a party kind of situation, but it is a party if that makes sense. It's more so for entrepreneurs, the working class, young individuals to kind of meet up after work and hang out and relax a little bit. Center City Sips is from 5 to 7 every Wednesday at over 80 different locations in Philly, mainly in the Center City area. And you get discounted rates on drinks, and they always have DJs, and it's really like a party in the middle of the week because they have, $5 cocktails, $4 wines, and $3 beers with half off appetizers.
And this is every location charges those same prices?
Yes.
Wow.
Every location, as long as they're one of the, it's 80 participating locations. So it's pretty much almost wherever you go, that's a SIPS participant.
How have I never heard of this?
Yes.
Oh, you did say it's millennials and all that, and young people.
Yeah, I would say for Center City SIPS, it's usually ages 21. I would say 35 is probably like the gap that I've seen people participate in SIPS.
So probably I missed the cut by a little bit.
Yeah, and it's weird because obviously SIPS is supposed to be for people fresh out of work. People who've been working all day, you just want to unwind with your friends, go to a happy hour. But we've noticed that SIPS, at least last year, I've noticed it changed a little bit more where you can tell that it's not people fresh out of work. It's just anybody going to SIPS now. So it kind of took the joy away a little bit where it's all working class people who just want to network with each other. But, you know, still a good time. So, number 8, we are talking about Philadelphia's #1 love and favorite is water ice.
Yeah, it's funny, water ice, because I've been in Philly for 21 years now. This August will be 21 years. And when I first moved here, everybody started talking about water ice, water ice, water ice, and I'm like...
We've been starting to say it like Philly.
Yeah. Well, my parents are from Philly, so a lot of that kind of trickled down to me or whatever. But the thing that was crazy about it is I thought it was just an Italian ice. Like the little Italian ice you get from the ice cream truck with the wooden spoon or stick and you scrape it.
Yeah, so much more than that.
So I'm like, why is everybody tripping over water ice? So finally, I went to Rita's and I was like, oh, now I get it. And I'm hooked on that. I go on these water ice tears where I will literally, in a week, have like 12 or 13. And then I'll chill for a couple weeks, but I'm telling you, it's nothing like it in Philly. And you know the official start of summer in Philly is when Rita's and all the water ice places open up. It's a big deal. So they're even open now during quarantine because water ice is essential.
Yes,
it absolutely is essential. So yeah, outside of pretzels, man, there's nothing.
You kind of have to pair them together, though. You
Yeah.
have to pair your water ice with the pretzel. But I also have to give a shout out to John's Water Ice in South Philly as well, because that is almost like a landmark in Philly too.
And you shared this before, but come on.
What?
What does water ice have to do with Angel Marie? Your very first?
Oh. My very first job was at Rita's Water Ice. So they always got a special place in my heart because I was, scooping the water ice, passing out the samples, and asking people if they like their pretzel salted or unsalted.
And the only reason I brought it up is because you did mention it on a previous episode, so I wasn't putting your business out there.
I didn't know where he was going with this, but yeah. If you didn't know, now you know.
Nervous. You always look nervous when I'm like, yo,
I was like,
you
where
want to
we
tell
going
them?
with this?
So, yeah, but definitely water ice, man. When you come to Philly, everybody knows cheesesteaks, pretzels, but you got to get water ice in the summer.
So number 9, we have to talk about the 4th of July at the Philadelphia Art Museum. That's like the big shebang at the 4th of July. Even if you're not close enough to the art museum, people still tune in on TV. That's where we have a lot of big musical guests who come and headline. Usually local Philly talent are the openers for that. It's where a lot of people from other cities and states come just to see the 4th of July spectacular. And then at the end, we have a big shebang of fireworks, and there's a lot of food vendors. It's a lot.
Yeah, 4th of July, that time of the year, is that holiday in particular is where Philly really puts its best foot forward, really shines because it's on the world stage. Obviously, everybody knows the history that, the Declaration of Independence, which officially launched this country, was signed right here in Philadelphia. So when people think 4th of July, it's synonymous with Philadelphia. So of course, in Philadelphia during the 4th of July holiday, it's got to be a big shebang. And I mean, we've had some huge stars, not just from Philly, but internationally come out.
Yeah.
It's a really big deal. So if you want a place to go for the 4th of July weekend, if we are open,
right?
It's a stretch, but if we are open, definitely, if you're on the East Coast, it's worth, the couple hour drive to come here. But big deal here in Philly, 4th of July, lots of fun, lots of things to do for the whole family.
Come check it out. So number 10, this is almost kind of piggybacking off of 4th of July, but another big thing that everyone looks forward to in Philly is the Made in America Festival, which happens every year during Labor Day weekend. You want to talk about that, or you want me to?
I would just say this. I'll let you elaborate more, but to me, I look at Made in America as, if it's not already, it's becoming Philly's Coachella.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger and bigger every year. The level of talent and artists is getting bigger and bigger every year. Jay-Z's, I think, behind much of the production, so he's got access and connections to the best artists, production, and all that. So Made in America, this music festival gets bigger and bigger every year, and I think in years to come, it's going to be a major destination the way Coachella is, the way other music festivals are. So that's just my thought on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 days full of music festivals. People get like the wristbands you can enter. There's a lot of food truck vendors, and I say it's a sweaty good time because obviously with it being Labor Day weekend, it's dumb hot outside. So it's a crowd of people that you're with. And obviously if you already gotten there early enough to get a good spot by the stage, you're not gonna wanna move. So you're just gonna have to become friends with a whole bunch of strangers, everybody being hot and sweaty under the sun.
You said a sweaty good time.
It's a sweaty good time. But I also say another thing to look forward to during the whole Made in America festival is that there's people from everywhere who comes, and there's always a bunch of different parties and brunches that happen in Philly because they know that there's a lot of tourists who are coming in. And there's a few brunches that I've been to in the last few years during Made in America festival, and I met people in LA, from Baltimore, from Florida. And I remember I went to this bar restaurant called PHILLIES in Philly basically, and I gave him my ID and he was like, oh, you're from Philly? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you were the first person I saw from Philly who came in here. He's like, you know how many outsiders that we've gotten who came here because of Made in America? I was like, oh, cool. So number 11 is family vacations in Wildwood. Everybody from Philly vacations in Wildwood, but everybody except Kevin.
Yeah, when I first moved to Philadelphia and people started talking about going to the shore, and I'm like, what shore? People were like, Wildwood, New Jersey. And no shade to New Jersey, I love Jersey, I love all our Jersey listeners, but in my mind, I've never thought of going to a beach in New Jersey. So I went one time and I've never gone back. I went for half a day, I said I'm good, and it is just a Philly thing. Philly people have, for generations, have grown up going there. I think it's part nostalgia, I think it's part just the, you know, it's close enough to where you can go down there within an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah.
Hit the beach and all that. So I just know it's not for me. If I'm going to a beach, I'm going down south a little bit. But I was just really interested that that was a Philly thing. You go to Wildwood or one of those surrounding beach towns in Jersey. You grew up going there.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
guys
so
about
you're
Wildwood.
better.
We're gonna put some sunshine into this because I love Wildwood. I've been going there since I was born. That's literally a family vacation staple every year. Even if we would go somewhere else, we still go to Wildwood at least once during the summer. I love Wildwood because they have 3 different piers that you can go to where there's rides, there's food, you even have the boardwalk where they have the tram cars, you can get Jersey Shore souvenirs, not the TV show Jersey Shore, but we actually say we're going down the shore when we go to Jersey. The beach, granted, I've seen better beaches than Wildwood, but I still love Wildwood Beach. And yeah, it's just literally everybody. You'll see your neighbor probably walking down the borough. You run into so many people from Philly, so it's almost like everyone's taking a vacation together.
Last question on this or comment, well, it's a question for you to see how much of a tradition this is. When you have children, will you go with your children and your husband to Wildwood each summer? Even only for a weekend?
I actually would. I want my kids to experience Wildwood like I did.
Okay.
Yes, we will go. But we will still go other places like Florida or something. But they will definitely go to Wildwood at least once a summer.
Yeah. Over the last 20 years, I've become very Philly to where a lot of people, most people from Philly who know me think I'm from here. This is one of them where I got to get off the Philly train. I'm not that Philly where I'm going to Wildwood.
On that note, we're going to go to our next clip. So last but not least, this is kind of big for everybody in every culture in Philly, is family cookouts and reunions in the park.
And block parties.
And block parties. I feel like a few prominent parks that everyone goes to is obviously Lemon Hill Park, Fairmount Park, Kelly Drive, FDR Park, etc. And then obviously it's almost hard to drive in Philly in the summertime because almost every other block that you go to is blocked off because of a block party.
Oh yeah.
You normally would have to take a main road like Broad Street or Kelly Drive, or you would have to take the expressway to get to someone's house.
Buses get detoured and everything.
Yeah.
This is one that, of all of these things, this is the one that probably I'll miss the most this year. Is you're always gonna go to a number of family reunions, cookouts, block parties, but this. There's two family traditions. When I say family, including like extended family in the Strickland household.
Yes.
One is Christmas Eve. We have family over for Christmas Eve dinner and celebration, and we do July 4th. So whenever the 4th falls, we have a big block party. We have moon bounces with the water slides on it, and I mean I just throw tons of food on the grill. Everybody can eat as much as they want. You can take plates home, and it's just a really good time. People come over. A lot of times people don't leave till, we've had people stay as late as 2 in the morning.
I know one of them.
and it's just a really good time. I look forward to it every single year. So there's a small outside chance we may have something, probably not as big as we would normally, but that's the thing I think out of this entire list that I will miss, because it's more personal, and it's become a tradition. So,
No, that's pretty much all I had to say. I love family cookouts the most because I like barbecued food. And everyone knows I'm not really an outdoorsy kind of person, but it is the few times that I will go outside and enjoy family time.
And we even last year, and I'm gonna actually be disappointed, we can't repeat this. You invited me, your sister, our family to a barbecue that you hosted, to a cookout that you hosted. Food was good, company was good, it was a good time. So,
and we actually, I think ours was on 4th of July. Because y'all's is usually that Saturday of 4th of July weekend, and we held ours on the actual 4th of July because we have a rooftop, and we were going to be able to see the fireworks, but there was still a tree that blocked it. But it was still a good time.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, guys. That is the end of our segment, An Ode to Summertime Philly edition. We hope you guys loved it and enjoyed it. If you did, definitely push that like button to let us know that you like what you saw, basically. And if there's anything that you would like to let us know that you loved about Philly, anything that you want to visit in Philly, if you've never been here before, if you have any questions about Philly, or if you just want to chime in on the conversation, definitely let us know in the comment section below, because we would love to hear your thoughts. And as usual, if you loved what you saw and you would like to see more from all of the above, as always, make sure you push subscribe.
Yeah, this was a fun one because it's nostalgic and gives us something to look forward to. Hopefully, if not this summer, next summer. I've been to almost every major city in this country: New York, LA, Miami, Seattle, everywhere. Nobody has anything on Philly. So I want to say to Philly, the people who live here, the people who are considering living here or visiting, I'm telling you, when it comes to culture, restaurants, the people, no other city has anything on Philly. It's up there with the top cities in this country, and I mean that. I've even talked to people, I was in Paris, and when I told them that I was from Philly, everybody was hyped, like, I love Philadelphia. It's a lot of people's favorite cities, even from overseas in places like Paris and London. So Philly, hold your head up.
Shout outs to us. But as always, I'm your girl Angel Marie, and I'm sitting here with my co-host Kevin.
We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys next time.
Wednesdays at 7, Angel Marie and Kevin playing the illest records, bringing us back together. PHILLIES all season, storming through any weather, leaving the track bleeding. Way we pull it together, we applying my